Shortly before he left office, former President Joe Biden took the first steps to remove Cuba from the list of countries that sponsor terrorism.
It's a move that came as part of a deal with the Vatican for Cuba to release political prisoners. A group of Louisiana agricultural leaders recently traveled to the island nation just 90 miles off the coast of Florida to establish a formal relationship and hopefully increase trade.
This open-air market in Havana, Cuba has all of the staples of the Cuban diet: fresh vegetables, yuca, and the most important one, arroz. You know it better as rice. For Louisiana Farm Bureau President Richard Fontenot and H. Rouse Caffey Rice Research Station Director Adam Famoso, rice is their life and livelihood.
You look at it, you got a lot of brokens in it.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons Louisiana Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry Dr. Mike Strain organized this trip to Cuba, because rice is so important to the Cuban people, and Louisiana is a world leader in research and production. And that's where Cuba really needs help.
Their production of rice is less than 2,000 pounds per acre. Ours is, 8,000 to 9,000 plus pounds per acre. So the soil here, this soil is good, but it's totally depleted. And so working together, we can help them more with self-sufficiency, but also we can get a better understanding what it takes to grow rice in this latitude and in these particular soil conditions.
That's why Commissioner Strain and LSU Vice President for Agriculture Dr. Matt Lee are at the 28 de Enero farm just outside of Havana to sign a memorandum of understanding with the Cuban Ministry of Agriculture to work together to improve Cuba's rice production.
We're continuing to expand the LSU Ag Center's global impact. Here we're developing a relationship to help boost their ability to produce rice. Rice production is very important to the subsistence economy of Cuba, and Louisiana is one of the largest rice producing states in the country, and LSU Ag Center has one of the best rice research stations in the country, if not the world.
Cuban farmers struggle to grow rice effectively. In 2018, they grew 300,000 metric tons of rice on 346,000 acres. Last year, Cuban farmers produced only 140,000 metric tons, a decline of 58%.
They eat more rice per capita than any other country in the world. It'd be a fantastic trading partner for us on the rice industry. But they just need the resources, and they need to reciprocate trade to get those resources available.
To get those resources, private companies are sprouting up, like Supermarket 23. It's an online retailer where relatives in the United States can buy goods for their family in Cuba and have it delivered in days. It's a way to get money from outside the country into Cuba, which could then be used to buy rice from Louisiana. Louisiana House Ag Committee Chairman Troy Romero says the state is taking steps to make it easier to ship rice to Cuba should regulations allow for more trade.
We want to make sure that we're taking care of all of the rice producers in the state, not just one individual group. So, there is some work that's being done in Lake Charles at the port to be able to load rough rice and polished rice and send anywhere in the world, not just to Cuba. And we're hopeful that the rice industry will buy into that and understand that it's for the whole, it's not just for one group.
Representative Rhonda Butler says she's hopeful Louisiana will be able to increase trade with Cuba.
We need to meet more with our farmers and our people that are in that industry and work with our administration and show them, what they can do here. I mean, that's their business, that's their knowledge base, and I think that's what we need. We need to bring them in on the talks. It helps because we're hearing from administration, but the people that are doing the everyday work are our farmers. They understand it, and they know what it's going to take to move this forward. So that's what I would like to see happen on a state level.
No word yet on when researchers from Cuba will come to Louisiana. While the Memorandum of Understanding does include sharing of best practices for growing rice, it does not include sharing any of the genetics developed by LSU. Still to come on Twyla, we'll check in with Ag and Forestry Commissioner Dr. Mike Strain for a story that certified Louisiana.
Plus, amid the tragedy and destruction of the LA wildfires, a miraculous reunion.